Last time on Dragon Ball Z SH Figure Art Reviews, we had a look at the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Piccolo figure. Now we're gonna take a look at the legendary Super Saiyan Broly figure. Find out what happens today! What is going on, everybody? How is everyone doing today on this Friday? I'm glad it's Friday because finally done with work and it's the weekend. But anyway, I'm redoing this figure review because I watched my original Broly figure review and it was just made really bad. I didn't know that I could focus with my camera, and when I did reviews then, it's like I really didn't know what I was talking about. So I want to redo this review. I also redid my review with the Super Saiyan Goku figure. And I think I'm going to do it with a couple more figures as well. But anyway, the Figuarts Broly figure is actually one of my favorite Dragon Ball Z figure arts. I think Tamashii Nations did an incredible job with this figure, and I was so happy when it was released in December. If you don't have this figure, you definitely need to pick it up ASAP before it gets more expensive. I know it jumped up a little bit in price, but not that much. But let me show you guys the packaging first, then we will get into the figure review. But it comes in the basic Tamashii Nations packaging right here. His is just a lot taller because Broly is just more of a massive figure, so he needed bigger packaging for the figure right there. So it's SH Figuarts at the top, Broly right there, and also you get the gold and maroon coloring for the packaging, toy animation sticker, Dragon Ball Z on the bottom right there, Funimation, Tamashii Nations, Bandai. On the bottom of it says SH Figuarts Broly, and blah blah, and on the top of it says Broly, the legendary Super Saiyan. On the side of it says SH Figuarts and Broly, and a cool picture of the figure right there. And then the other side of it, you get that really cool image of the figure, which looks really awesome. And then the back of the packaging right there. So it's SH Figuarts, simple style, heroic action. And then you get a bunch of cool poses you can get the figure into. And there he is, destroying Goku. It just says molding, movable, and it says little things about it. But anyway, that is the packaging. Let's get into this figure review of BROLY. So, starting off with Broly's accessories here, he comes with a decent amount. He doesn't come with too much because he is a bigger of a figure compared to the other Dragon Ball Z figure arts figures. But he comes with a Tamashii Nation stand right here. He comes with two of these, the leg pieces, and he comes with a bigger clamp right here because the figure is a lot bigger. I hate when I say figure. But it's cool that it comes with two. It's really hard for this to hold him up. You got to really tighten the screws here for this to hold him up. And this one you could use to put like one of his effect parts on there. So that's cool. He comes with that stand right there. He comes with 6 interchangeable hands. He comes with a pair of fists. Whoops. He comes with a pair of fists, as you can see right here. And they're sculpted really well. You see the knuckles sculpted in there also. So pretty cool. Pretty darn cool. The Tamashii Nations did a good job with this figure. Come on, focus your bloody camera. There we go. So the sculpt is really well done on it. You see the fingernails and everything, so that's pretty cool. So you get a pair of fists. You also get the pair of open palm blast hands. And they're sculpted well also. You see the little lines through his fingers, which are pretty cool, and then on his palms as well, which is pretty awesome. And you see his knuckles on the outside and then the fingernails as well. So the hands are sculpted really well. And then you get these hands right here, which is grabbing Goku by the face and ripping his head off hands. And they're sculpted very well also. So pretty cool. Those are the interchangeable hands. And then he comes with 3 interchangeable faces. He comes with this one right here, which is the, I guess the basic Dragon Ball Z figure arts face sculpts right here. Come on, focus. What the hell is wrong with you? There you go. And all of his face sculpts, he has whited out eyes, so that is really cool. And you see the blonde eyebrows right there. Got his earrings. These are sculpted very well also. And this is just the regular mean stern look. And then he comes with the psychopath smiling, smirking face sculpt right here. Pretty much the same thing. Just different with the mouth right there. So that's pretty cool. And then he comes with my favorite head sculpt, or face sculpt, which is, just going to pop his head off because I can't get him in the frame. And fine, I'll just do that instead. And he comes with this face sculpt right here, the yelling, screaming one. And this one just looks so awesome, especially when you have him posing with this head sculpt right here. Looks really, really cool. I mean, nice work right there. Get the teeth painted white, the tongue is like a pink color, whited out eyes. So really cool. Those are the face sculpts that BROLY comes with, and then he also comes with some effect pieces. There's his energy spheres. He comes with 3 of them, and they're a green translucent plastic. Damn it, focus, you bloody bastard. And then they have a little bit of white on one part also. And they have these little like spike things coming out of them. But these look pretty cool. And they have holes in them right there so you could peg them into a stand or something. So it's pretty cool. You can also have, if you get his hand posed right, you could have him holding it also. So you could do that. But he comes with 3 of those. But that is all the accessories that comes with the BROLY figure. Anyway, let's move on to some comparisons. Okay, so now moving on to comparisons, the BROLY figure stands a little bit over 9 inches tall to the top of his hair, so he is a very tall figure for Dragon Ball Z Figuarts figures. Over here we have the Krillin figure, and he stands at 4.5 inches tall. Then over here we have Krillin's lover, Android 18, and she stands at 5 inches tall. Then over here we have Super Saiyan Goku figure, and he stands at 5 inches tall to the top of his head and 6.5 inches tall to the top of his hair. Then over here we have the San Diego Comic-Con Piccolo figure, and he stands at 6 inches tall to the top of his bald green head. Then over here we have the Android 16 figure, and he stands a little over 6.5 inches tall. So there are some quick comparisons for you. Anyway, let's move on to the paint and sculpt for BROLY. Alrighty, so now for the paint and sculpt for the BROLY figure. I think Tamashii Nations did an incredible job with this figure. The sculpt is really well done. The paint is also very well done as well. And then I love how there's just paint shading all throughout the figure. As you can clearly see it all over the figure. They just did an amazing job with this BROLY figure. The paint is nice and clean. There's no paint bleeding, paint smudges anywhere. Just Tamashii Nations really did a great job with this BROLY figure. Show you guys the hair. I really like the sculpt of the hair. That looks exactly like BROLY's hair from the movies, and I really love how they put the green paint shading in BROLY's hair right there, because BROLY does have the green energy, as you all know if you have saw the BROLY movies. But the figure is just really, really awesome, and his hair is very sharp, so be careful. And they got the paint shading, the green paint shading there, in the middle right there. Then on the top, you get it there and there, but then you don't see it anywhere else on the top and in the back of BROLY's hair. But where they put it is good enough, so you can at least see it when you have your figure posed around. And then for this piece right here, I really love the metallic gold that they used for this figure. And also you get this, the gem right there. It's like a blue translucent plastic, so that looks really, really cool. This is a sculpted on piece because it would probably be so fragile it would be breaking on everybody. So that was a smart idea on Tamashii Nations. And the gauntlets right there, I love the metallic gold that was used. And I think this is painted blue. I don't think that's a translucent blue right there. Yeah, that looks painted. But as you see, just the shading and the muscle definition just looks really, really cool. It makes the figure look that much better. You just see it all throughout the figure, and it just makes the figure look that much better. Just a little detail like that on figures makes them look that much better. The red piece right here, very well done job with the sculpt all throughout it. And then you get paint shading in it as well all over. I mean, they did a really good job with it. Tamashii Nations they just did a really great job with this BROLY figure. And then for the white pants right here, you get paint shading in it as well. It kind of looks like it's blue, but it just looks really, really cool. Just all the wrinkles throughout the pants as well looks really, really awesome. How it looks like how it's tucked into his boot. That just looks really, really cool. I mean, Tamashii Nations is just an awesome figure company. And then the boots right here, you get the gold, metallic gold boots right there, and then you get the blue gem right there as well. And then there's a little bit of red in it also. So really, really awesome. Tamashii Nations just did an amazing job with this BROLY figure. I'm very happy with this figure. It definitely is one of my favorite figures, and I'm really glad it was released in December. But like I said, the sculpt's great. The paint is very nice and clean. They did a really great job with the shading. Just the detail on this figure is just amazing. But anyway, let's move on to the articulation for BROLY. So for BROLY's articulation, for his head articulation, he has a double ball joint that's hinged. Let me show you guys. It's kind of like, it's exactly like the Revoltech Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle figures. You can see it's a double ball joint and they're both hinged, so you get way more articulation out of it. So that was really cool that Tamashii Nations did that. So with all that, whoops, popped off BROLY's hair. So with all that, you could get him to look up about that much, and then he looks down that much. Then you get the pivot and swivel as well, but you can get great head articulation with this BROLY figure because of that double ball joint right there. So that's really cool. Tamashii Nations did that. For the upper torso, you can crunch forward that much and then back about that much. You get some pivot out of it, and it slightly swivels. You get the waist swivel, and then this piece right here can swivel as well, as you see. So he has two different like waist swivels, so that's kind of funny. For the arms and shoulders, he has that cool armpit joint, so you get a little bit more articulation out of it. His shoulder can go up about that much, which is pretty good. It can go up and down. It can spin in a full 360. Get the bicep swivel. You have double jointed elbows that bend in a pretty decent amount for how big his arms are. And then you get a ball joint. It doesn't move or anything. It's not hinged. It's just a ball joint for the wrist right there. But you get great articulation out of it, so that's cool. And then these pieces right here, this is on a ball joint, so you can move it all around. These pieces also are on a ball joint as well, so you can move them all around as well, so you get more leg articulation with the figure. I mean, they aren't incredibly articulated, but it's cool that they are articulated, so you get more leg articulation for BROLY. And for the legs, you can pop his legs out, like with all the Dragon Ball Z Figuarts figures. His legs can kick forward about that much, which is pretty good. And they go to the back only that much because it gets hindered by this piece. And then they go out to the side. They could go out more, but there we go. Goes out about that much. But this piece will hinder it. And then you also get swivel up there. You have the double jointed knees that bend back actually pretty far, so that's pretty cool. And then for the ankles, they can swivel, they can go up, not too much, they really don't go up at all. They go down about that much, and then you get great ankle pivot right there, and then you get the toe articulation. So for the size of the figure, you get really, really great articulation with this BROLY figure. He's a massive figure, so you get great articulation. So you get great articulation with it. So that's really, really cool that Tamashii Nations was able to work in such great articulation for a bigger figure. But anyway, I do definitely recommend this BROLY figure. If you don't have him in your collection, you seriously need to get this BROLY figure for your collection, especially if you're a Dragon Ball Z fan. Even if you don't watch Dragon Ball Z that much, you love collecting figures, and you're familiar with Dragon Ball Z, you should definitely get this BROLY figure. He's definitely worth the money, even though he is pretty expensive. He's going for around like 90 to like 115 online right now. Those are the prices I see him going for right now. Originally he was $67.99, so pretty much $70 retail. So he did jump up in price a little bit, but I would definitely get this figure before he gets way more expensive. I mean, he has great articulation for the size of the figure. The paint and sculpt are just really well done. Really, really amazing job with that. And he comes with a decent amount of accessories for actually being a bigger size figure. He comes with a bunch of interchangeable hands, face sculpts, some effect pieces as well, and a stand. But yeah, guys, it's a great figure. Definitely pick it up. If you want to get your figures, definitely go to agelessgeeks.com or join the Ageless Geeks Facebook page, because sometimes Alex gets this figure in, so you could probably get this figure from him whenever he gets it. Sometimes he does, sometimes he doesn't. And also, if you live in California, hit up Frankenson's booth number 632. That's Alex's booth, the HOS Geeks booth. So check that out for figures and collectibles. But anyway, guys, that's my review of the SH Figuarts BROLY figure. Hope you guys enjoyed my review. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to share the video. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. And if you didn't like it, you can go beep yourself. Alright, everybody, I will see you later. Starting off with BROLY's accessories here, he comes with an okay amount. Then over here we have the Android 16 figure, and he stands at, I forgot. Over here we have the Figuarts Krillin. For the paint and sculpt for the BROLY figure, I think Tamashii Nations did an incredible. Over here we have the,